Alright, Samsung is back with a new rugged smartphone, the Galaxy Xcover 7 Pro. It's the direct follow-up to the Xcover 6 Pro from back in 2022. Now, I'm not going to spend time walking you through every single spec in detail. If you want the full breakdown, I'll drop a link to Samsung's official newsroom below. The truth is, this new model isn't packed with a lot of groundbreaking changes. So in this video, I'm just going to highlight what's actually different or improved over the previous version. Let's start with the display. On paper, it looks almost identical to the one on the Xcover 6 Pro. The screen size, aspect ratio, and refresh rate haven't changed. The older model used a PLS LCD, while the new one is officially listed with a TFT LCD. That might sound like a downgrade, but it's likely just a naming thing. Samsung usually calls their better LCDs PLS, but their official spec sheets tend to label everything as TFT, so realistically, there's probably no real difference here. What is new, though, is the addition of Vision Booster. That's a handy upgrade, especially if you're outdoors a lot. It enhances screen visibility in bright sunlight, making it easier to see your display clearly when you're out and about. Moving on to the camera setup. Well, there's not much to say here because nothing's changed. It's the exact same configuration as the Xcover 6 Pro. So if you were hoping for an upgrade in photography, you might be a bit disappointed. The same story applies to RAM and storage. There aren't any changes in the base configuration, but there is one nice little bonus. The storage is now expandable up to 2 terabytes. That's a significant bump, especially for those who rely on local storage for work files, media, or large apps. Now, let's talk about the build. The new Xcover 7 Pro is a bit thicker and slightly heavier than its predecessor. That might not be ideal for everyone, but it does come with one major advantage: the processor. This model is now powered by the Snapdragon 7's Gen 3, built on a 4nm process. That means better energy efficiency and improved performance across the board. Whether you're multitasking or running more demanding apps, you should notice smoother performance compared to the older model. Now let's get into the battery. Samsung has bumped up the battery capacity slightly. It's now sitting at 4,350 mAh, which is a 300 mAh increase over the Xcover 6 Pro. It's a welcome change, though to be honest, it still feels a bit underwhelming when you compare it to other rugged phones on the market that are managing to pack in 7,000 mAh or more into slimmer bodies. That said, with the improved efficiency of the new Snapdragon 7's Gen 3 chip and that small battery upgrade, you should still see a noticeable improvement in overall battery life during daily use. On the software front, the Xcover 7 Pro ships with Android 15 right out of the box. That gives it a bit of a head start in terms of software support. The older Xcover 6 Pro is also supposed to receive Android 15, according to Samsung, but we all know how unpredictable update timelines can be, especially with older models. It's always nice to have the latest OS on board from day one. There's also a small update in connectivity. Bluetooth has been upgraded to version 5.4. It's not a game changer, but it does offer better stability and efficiency, especially when connecting to newer accessories. As for durability, the Xcover 7 Pro still holds on to the rugged reputation of the series. It keeps the same IP68 rating for dust and water resistance, which is solid, but it would have been great to see an upgrade to IP69 for even more protection in extreme environments. Maybe that's something Samsung is saving for a future release.